Hey kids, we're back. So I just watched. Well, I didn't watch. I listened to Gene Shepard. Gene Shepard was a radio host in New York when I was growing up. He'd come on at 10:15 at night to 11, and he didn't play music. He just told stories. So the story today was working on the old man's car. So that led me to stuff that happened in our neighborhood. So Big Jack had a absolutely beautiful Mercury Monterey, I think it was. Babe Robin's Egg Blue, 390 in it, loaded. He bought the demo edition. So I don't remember if their house had a partition in it between the garage and the upstairs and downstairs. Ours did. So anyway, this had to be thought out really early. So if his parents were going to go out, and they went with mine over to like Vando's house or something on the other end of town, we knew that they weren't going to be back for a while. So we would plan. We didn't have a driver's license either, so we'd take the Mercury out, that big 390. But you had to, because we knew that the mother was as anal as Ellen was. So we always wondered if they wrote the mileage down before they left, which of course they probably didn't. But we looked at the car and say the car had 31,560 miles on it. We would drive it around exactly 20 miles, so it would have exactly 20 miles more than it had when we took it out. So we figured if they looked at it, they figured, oh, we just wrote it down wrong. But this had to be well thought out because you had to take the car out right when they left and bring it back so it had enough time to cool down. So when they came back, they wouldn't feel the heat coming off of it because I don't know if they had a partition there or not. I don't think they did, so that would have been pretty obvious. So anyway, that worked out swimmingly well. We got away with that one, but there's another one, and Shepard just brings these things back. I had a mini bike. I had a mini bike when I was like 14 that really went good, and it was one of the better ones that I had. I guess I got the maybe that was the 3.5 horse aluminum engine that I got because we were all using 2.5 horse cast iron ones, and the 3.5 horse was a lot more powerful. Yeah, that's what it was, 3.5. So um, I'm tearing ass all over the place with this thing, and it's just running so sweet. And so we didn't have brakes. Of course, you don't have brakes on a mini bike, right? So what we were doing is it was a direct drive chain, 35 size chain, onto a sprocket on the motor, and then a bigger sprocket on the back wheel. It was a wheelbarrow wheel, and somehow we hooked the sprocket. I don't know how we did any of this stuff. So anyway, it worked pretty well because you just pulled the throttle back, and the compression would stop you. So I'm tearing around a phone company one Saturday afternoon. All the kids were around a phone company, and Sandvik Steel with motorbike, mini bikes, and go karts and everything. And it was the perfect setup because it was right on the border of Glenrock and Fairlawn. So if the Fairlawn cops came, just went back into Glenrock and they wouldn't follow you. It was Glenrock. They probably radioed 383 down them assholes on mini. So anyway, so I'm tearing around. This Shepherd's great with this. So I'm tearing around riding my mini bike and the foam company and everything. So it's getting like 5 o'clock and everybody's kind of petering out going home. So I bring my mini bike through the dead end there by Public Service Gas and Electric. And I had like a 2 house run from the dead end to my house. So I figure, the last run of the day, you always want to give it hell, right? So my mother and father had somebody over. I forget who it was. And we had a partition between the garage and the rest of the house. So what I would do is I'd go run 100 miles an hour into the garage, and to the last possible second, I pulled the throttle back, and the compression was so much it would almost throw you over the handlebars. So, and here's the major but with this one. There was a little lip on the garage that kept the water out when it rained. and the garage door sat in the lip and everything. So coming in the garage 100 miles an hour, I would hit it. I would go over the lip, and then I'd pull the throttle back, and it would stop in time before it would go hit anything. So coming in 100 miles an hour, I hit that lip, and little do I know the chain falls off. So I pulled the throttle back. It just keeps going, right? So it goes, and this is one of those things where it makes so much noise that in Kid World you don't hear it, but everybody else in the whole fucking planet heard it. So, bam! It goes through the wall, and the front wheel is now inside the house. It's the spokes and stuff are inside the house. And so I'm like 14, and now everybody that was talking in the living room, there's dead silence. And my father didn't get up. He didn't have to. He knew what happened. So I figure, all right, I'll be a man about this. I'll go in and tell him what happened. So, you're in Kid World. You go into the living room. Everybody stops talking. The company doesn't really look, but my father's looking at me. My mother's glaring at me, right? So I figure I'll just be a man in there. So I'm like, Dad, I drove my mini bike. He never took it away. He just fixed it, put plywood over it, and almost forgot. I still can't believe this guy never killed me. I really can't believe it, but he never even took it away. He didn't even take it away for a day. It was, I don't know what happened, but I don't know. It was like Santa Maria. Like and subscribe, kids.